T-minus 30 minutes. T minus 20 minutes. T minus 10 minutes. T minus 9 minutes. T minus 8 minutes. T minus 7 minutes. T minus 6 minutes. T minus 5 minutes. T minus 4 minutes. T minus 3 minutes. T minus 2 minutes. T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, and how's it going? It is the Impact live watch party tonight. I'm not sure how everybody else is feeling, but I'm excited for the show. I'm not too sure where. Oh. So yeah, how does everybody else out there feeling? I am looking forward to tonight. I'm just getting my stuff. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and sorry about the little sketchy start there. We are doing Impact tonight. I'm just having a little issue, and then we should be up and going. Sorry about that, folks. I am back now. Just having a little issue. Now I'm back. We are getting a package of Ishii and Alexander in the ring. Ali, what are you doing? Hello. How did everybody
just
feel?
Popped in to say hi real quick. I will be on later. I just wanted to join you for the beginning, so you weren't alone.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was just having some issue with my connection there, so I just quickly hopped out and hopped back. Yeah. So yeah, right now we're moved on to a Morrissey package. Kidding. Yeah, so how did everybody feel about his AEW thing last night, AEW debut last night? I thought it was pretty cool. I was hoping you kind of knew who he was facing, so you knew it wouldn't probably wouldn't go the way you wanted, but I still think he looked good, and I'm hoping he sticks around. So now they're moving on to a Honor No More and Jonah package, because PCO is never dying. So he's still fighting, and this feud's going to keep going.
Hello, hello, hello. I saw you had some issues, so I thought I would come say hi for a moment or two till you got some reinforcements and you can work out your tech. But ladies and gentlemen, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. Just to remind everyone, this is Impact tonight. We are rolling along. You're going to have Chris, LJ, Ali taking you through the show. So tune in, have a good time. Thank you for being here. And we are rocking and we are rolling.
Yeah. I don't know. You kind of, the way that relationship's kind of gone, you see they favorite AEW guys a lot more than others, so it's not surprising. I would have liked to see it go a little different. I was kind of surprised that Deanna lost, though.
She lost twice, but I thought maybe, just maybe, they'd be setting up something like, what do you call it? Tag team. Britt not really doing much. they're good friends. Why not? Or maybe she's taking some time off. She's, getting hitched, or she's hanging out with Steve Macklin. So maybe she's just taking a break. She's been on a tear. So who knows?
Yeah, that's actually, I never even thought of that. Taking a moment off, maybe take a breather before the wedding, maybe plan some more of it. Who knows? Or I'm not sure how soon the date was. It's slipping my mind, but yeah, no, the possibilities are still there though, so it's still pretty cool.
Absolutely.
November 10th. Sorry, the date is November 10th.
There you go. So soon.
Oh, Morrissey's back. Morrissey is starting the show.
After taking a loss in AEW, it's a little bit surprising, but hey, we can't complain. It was a good match.
No, I'm happy he's pardon?
It was a good match.
You say it was, yeah? No, and him, Wardlow, right? I could watch some more of that. That was I think in the past we've brought them two up about fighting each other, so would have been nice to get a little bit more time, but I don't know. I don't think he's done yet. I think he's just kind of kicking off, and to see how far he's already gone, like I think he's got a lot more to go.
Yeah, and I have no doubt that, there's nothing wrong with him having a strap on his shoulder, and they can do it right, and they can do it convincingly. Let's go.
Right? Look at him. He's a monster. He's a monster. He looks the part now. He sounds like the part, and it's. I'm surprised Myers isn't running away a little bit here.
A little bit, right? He's been running for weeks. Sorry, I'm just getting my stream up. I was ill prepared.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I know that feeling.
That's funny shit.
No, because he kind of has that Sami Zayn vibe, right? So, like, I was kind of expecting him to kind of run away a little bit. But look at Morrissey now grabbing the table.
Grabbing the table, eh?
But Myers says no. What do you think of Brian Myers since and KJ is gone?
Yeah, no, I hit the wrong button. Son of a bitch.
He asked me a question. I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't sign up to answer questions. There we go. You were saying, sir.
What do you think of Brian Myers since he's left?
He's done good.
Like what he's done in Impact.
I'm yelling. Yeah, no, he's done really well. He's got a good character. He's great. He's a good pro wrestler, and like that's kind of his gimmick, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think, unfortunately, I just don't ever see him having like the Impact belt or the GCW belt or any of the other big belts out there that like Cardona's collecting, for instance, right? Like, Cardona, but I might not have thought about that or thought that of Cardona, but and he's pulling it off and he's won me over. But I don't know. I just don't kind of see Myers as that. Like I don't see him. I think he just kind of stays in like that certain level and doesn't really ever go anywhere.
Yeah, I believe at this point, especially. If you did it right, maybe he was the lead, he reformed a faction, or he was the leader of some better faction, or, Cardona has the belt and he beats him for it. I could see it happening. Do I see him as a, like an iconic champion kind of idea where everyone's like, ooh, nah, I don't know. He's a good worker, but yeah, to your point, he's just one of those guys. There is a bit of a ceiling for him. But if you did it right, he could have a belt, especially in like, here, GCW, why not?
Yeah, like I said, Cardona surprised me, and I never thought, especially like what we're getting of him and Chelsea Green. Right among like Sorry, lost my train of thought there. Right, like what they're doing right now alone is just phenomenal. So, could he do it? Possibly. I just don't know if we will get it from him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. This is back and forth, and I mean, like I said, I mean, we see Morrissey as a title type guy, and there's Brian hanging with him. Oh shit, that was sloppy. I think.
I looked up at you. I kind of missed it. No, he placed a good heel, and like it's funny, like the WWE storyline. He should have never won. They should
No.
have just kept that going.
Yeah,
Should have just kept it going.
that's been up for a while. Too.
Oh, speaking of Cardona,
There he is.
where's Chelsea? I thought he was on his honeymoon. I guess he came back in time.
You're right. Well, and a lot. Well, depends how many they take,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The major players got Morrissey now, so there goes that match. Oh, big.
Now these two picking on Morrissey.
Yeah.
Do you see somebody maybe joining Morrissey?
Why not? I mean, I think right now Enzo's worth $1 million. I think if you follow him on social media and such, I'm sure he's still Enzo. And there's times where you watch clips and stuff, and he's definitely Enzo. But he's bigger, he's bulkier, he's been practicing, he's been training, he's been boxing. So yeah, maybe he's a different cat. Maybe he grew up a little. Maybe he's calmed down. Maybe there's a lady in his life that kind of mellows him out, which generally tends to be the case for most dudes. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of factors, but the pop. Like, could you imagine being like, Dynamite on Wednesday and say Cass was wrestling, but just for the pop, you get that old that entrance,
Mm-hmm.
right? Oh, there's Chelsea. You asked. There you go. And Under
Right, like
Siege
they're so good.
Saturday.
They are so good together. Like this whole, even Myers when he jumps in, even at the random shows. What does that say? Oh, Brian Myers. I couldn't read what that sign said.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
It looks like they are going to throw Morrissey through. Hey, if there's ever a good time to for Enzo to come out, right now would be the time. And no, whether it was good or bad for Enzo, like the reception, it's still going to be a huge reception.
Mm-hmm.
Right, even like he's not even there, and like at AEW last night, was there not chance of we want Enzo? No, we don't. We want Enzo? No, we don't.
Yes, that was amazing. The crowd was loud too, and we want Enzo. I thought that's hilarious. Like, that's what I mean. I think he's worth $1 million right now. I think he's in a good position. I think someone might pay for that pop. It's newsworthy. It's buzzworthy. It's pop worthy. Like, it really is.
I think so, and especially like you put the tag team back together, I think it would be huge.
Yeah, especially kind of with a new and improved Enzo. It's I mean, you really have an opportunity there to kind of actually have good tag matches. I mean, you got the perfect recipe: the little spunky guy and the big guy to come play cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
It's got legs. It's got legs. That's for sure. Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace always picking on Cardona. She has gone to
the dynamic of it.
What?
No, she just won't leave him alone. Always coming to the rescue. Give me 1 minute.
Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, quick change.
Hello.
LJ. Another
Hello.
member of the fam here to say hi tonight.
Yes, I'm sorry I'm late.
It
I'm not
happens.
feeling good.
Sorry. But yeah, no, things are rolling along. Morrissey's got a table out now. As Jordan Grace has come to help him.
Yeah, aren't they having an intergender match at Under Siege?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Look at this. Oh my God.
Yay!
Whoa.
See, that's the equality of women's wrestling. Yay!
Wow. Bow down to the queen. She really.
I'm more like a co-queen. We got Allie in here. You can't just single me out here.
Every chessboard's got two queens on it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I hope everybody is enjoying the stream so far. Sorry I'm late, but I'm here. And once again, I did say, "Oh, look, it's Buddy Murphy," and then looked and saw it was Matthews or Myers or whatever this guy's name is that looks exactly the same.
Myers, yeah.
Oh yes, hello Canadian Spidey. I cannot use the chat because my arm is dead.
I can click it. I got you.
Yeah, this arm is not working.
Sorry to hear that, but I think Chris is ready to come back, so we can relieve you for a little bit and you can get some rest.
Yes, feel better, LJ.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, health comes first. So you go relax.
Okay. See you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you soon. Dun-dun.
And Myers goes through the table.
They destroyed him. Like, it was crazy. The double team between Myers and Grace, it was amazing. She is strong as shit, bro.
Oh.
So yeah,
Powerball and big boot with a suck it to end. What's up?
Completely lost my train of thought. My
No, that's fine. Sorry, Jordan Grace is a monster, and she could easily, like, can you imagine her Bianca or her Cardell, her Charlotte, like that? There's some matchups out there that I'd love to see her in. And then Cardona took her belt, right? So
absolutely,
you see why she's kind of pissed, and
she's been relentless, bro.
Won't leave him alone.
And we're getting a commercial now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will thank you for being here tonight. I know we've been off to a little bit of a clunky start, but everything is rolling along. We are here tonight for Impact. We'll be back tomorrow for another news update. Ali did a news summation today. I don't know what you call it, but she, live news coverage. Ali gave us all the updates on going on in wrestling right now. So check that out. And don't forget, we got more stuff coming your way, and we're here Saturday and Sunday night this weekend. Insane. We're gonna have major shows. We'll be on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and we're not going off until the UFC is over. So buckle in. That's why a lot of people compare Jordan Grace to Rhino, because I mean, I see the comparison now that you say it. They could be a tag team.
I never thought of it, but yeah, they could definitely do some intergender, and it would just be funny looking.
You're getting a re 2019.
That happened after. I think you're a little bit ahead of us, Anthony.
Maybe
I'm on a Wayne Gretzky commercial.
Is that Wayne Gretzky? I don't know what this is.
Bet MGM.
Right? Might be.
Oh. No, so what do you think's going to are you excited to see the Ishii Josh Alexander? Or were you?
Yeah, no, not really. No, I don't like this as his first thing, and I know everyone goes crazy about Ishii, the legend. He's not that guy. He looks like a potato with arms, and I know other people use that term sometimes, but that's literally fitting here. He looks like Mr. Potato Head. I don't want to disrespect him. I know what he's done. I know where he's been. But yeah, I'd rather see Josh going up against. Give me anybody. Give me Mike. What's his face? I completely forgot. Mike Bennett. Give me Eddie. Okay. Give me shit. Put him up against PCO. PCO woke from the dead and wants some gold. Like, give him something.
Well,
right? Would it be cool if he had to put down PCO? Right? Well, that might be the forever rivalry. That one there. One of the best rivalries of 2022 so far.
It's just, it hasn't ended, and I've enjoyed pretty much every moment of it. They're just beating the holy hell out of each other. Kind of reminds me of the Triple H Mankind feud for back in the day, where they just completely obliterated each other.
Boss Monster, welcome. I don't get an impact on my cable just hanging out if you don't mind. Hey, we never mind. Join in.
That is.
That's the point of this show. And if you can't watch, we'll fill you in on the details. And if you are watching, we'll just hang out and chat anyway. So it's like having friends on the couch, and you never know who's going to show up. We've already had 4 members of the team here tonight. And yeah, we're always rolling along. So that's why the content, the videos are popping off. We eclipsed 100 this week. It's been insane. Or last week, sorry. Now we're in a new week. Shit, time flies. But yeah, we're rolling along, folks. So I hope you guys are enjoying everything we're doing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Under Siege in general. I'm not exactly, like I said, I'd rather Alexander had a better first opponent.
Yeah, but does this make it like people know of Ishii's background, and so if he goes over, it at least makes him look strong, I guess. Look, he's a badass champion. Like, he just beat this guy from Japan. Looks like a potato with arms.
Yeah, but you saw, Ishii gets in the ring and he's standing there, and Josh towers over him. Just visually, you're like, Josh is gonna dust this kid.
Is that how you think they should do it? Is just he walks out and squashes him?
Oh, no, that's not going to happen at all. It's going to be like a 12-minute slap fest. Maybe it's just because I've seen him 55 times on 44 productions in the last 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, he's kind of like Suzuki's kind of calmed down and been a little quieter, and Ishii's name's now kind of, it's like they're just rotating.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, Chris. And you see just this revolving door of guys. And listen, I like it. And Ishii's had some good matches since he's been here. I don't want to knock the guy completely, but I don't know. Shit, you don't have other wrestlers you could put in that spot?
Ishii versus Macklin tonight, speaking of the devil. What about Macklin?
Wait, well, how the hell are they going to do this?
Why?
Oh, I forgot this is tonight. Oh, shit, you might not get me off the street.
Oh, So yeah, I was about to ask. So now, are you staying on? Because how do you miss this match?
Shit. Man, I hate my life. Man, how do
Getting
you
roped
have
in.
a Monsters Ball match on the Go Home show? Shouldn't that be on the pay-per-view?
Hey, that's how you do a go home show.
Right?
But no, you think it would have replaced something on the pay-per-view. You don't normally get those on
We're gonna
your
get a
weekly
Monsters Ball
show.
on free TV, man. And you know what? It's actually a stipulation match that has been built to, which is excellent.
It has been such a good. Now, do you think this will be the end of it finally, or are they like next one is buried alive or something?
How far?
Like, can
Yeah,
you how much further can you go?
right. In our first ever decapitation match. Right? Like shit. Where do we go from here? The Monsters Ball's got to be the pinnacle of it.
You got to hang your opponent. Going back to the big boss man, Undertaker.
Right? Something like that, right? Like just a death match, a straight death match. Ricky Romero. There you go.
Funny, when I first got introduced to Ricky Romero, like at first, the first few times I seen him, he was just managing. I always forget their names. Won't try and say it, can't say it. But yeah, he was just kind of managing, and then you'd see him in the ring once in a while in New Japan. So it's kind of cool to see him come over and start get back in the ring and oh, excuse me, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And see him go.
Yeah,
he's good in the ring.
Ricky, yeah, I mean, and he's good. I mean, we were supposed to get a little bit more of him and Trent, but then COVID hit Ricky, right?
Yeah, yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Actually, I think Josh and the Stone people are the same height, but when you look at TV, Josh looks a lot taller, Chris and KJ. Well, I just mean, regardless of what his Josh and the Stone people are the same height. No, he looks way bigger, dude. Way bigger.
Is it just camera tricks?
Yes. Yes, Under Siege is going to be good, and this is the Go Home Show rally. So right now we got Ace Austin coming to the ring. And we got a Monsters Ball match. So for those who aren't usually an Impact fan, you might want to tune into this one because it's PCO, it's Jonah, Bronson Reed for some of you, and they're gonna have a Monsters Ball match. And if you've never seen a Monsters Ball match, I think we credit Abyss for making Monsters Ball kind of what it was, right? Think? Where's LJ?
Yeah.
LJ,
that would be like, regardless of who came up with it, he's the one that put it on the map.
Right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty sure the storyline circled around him when they got to it. I was a big fan at that point. So I believe that's how it went down. I think Josh and Stone Pitbull are the same height. Did you say the Stone People? Is that what it said above? Oh, Stone People. I thought he was talking about like the Easter Island, like the stone things. I'm like, all right, yeah, he's tall. No, they're nowhere.
Oh, I didn't even realize you screwed that. I didn't even realize you messed that up. Yeah, Stone Pitbull.
No, we got to look that up. There is no way Stone Pitbull are the same and Josh are the same height. There's no way. Ishii's head was at it like his nipples.
Yeah, you'd have to look that up. Look at their heights. Maybe it was just fancy camera tricks. Maybe Impact. They don't really get credit for that kind of stuff, but maybe. I think they are better at it than most think. No worries, no worries. We are getting Ricky Romero in charge of Ace Austin on the mat right now. For those not watching.
Tomohiro Ishii is 1.7 meters. I don't know what that means.
Okay, well that tells me nothing.
Well, it's like almost 2 of those meter sticks, right?
Oh, that's what you're going. Okay, so it's almost 2 meter sticks. Okay. Right. Now let's go see the other one, and it's gonna say almost 2 meter sticks. We're almost 2 meter sticks.
Right? No, this one's actually going to give me feet. And we're going to be screwed. I'm going to have to start doing conversion.
Then we're really confused. We start doing math, folks. You may want to go
You-
for a washroom break
Yeah, just
or
tune out for a
something,
while.
or just you'll laugh your ass off probably.
Might have
So
to take
maybe
my
don't
sock off. 1.85 meters. Thank God they put it in brackets because he's 6'1". Ishii's like 5'9", 1.7.
I
So
have one that sounded close to me. So
he's
I don't know.
0.15 meters taller. For anybody keeping track
So
of
what does that tell me? So one's 6'1" and the other's 0.5 meters smaller than 6'1". I
Well,
don't know what
no.
that means.
So
Sorry.
he's 1.85 meters and Ishii's 1.7. So it's a 0.15 difference. They both left the train yard at the same time, but one was going with fucking.
So he's probably like 6 feet.
How?
5'11".
Well, how much? Well,
There's no way he was at his
he's like
nipples.
15 centimeters shorter, isn't he? Oh, fuck.
Oh gosh. What? Just go to Google, convert it. You'll figure it out. Because I'm not going to. I'm in trouble. Let's get to one of these questions. Raleigh Sports. Thoughts on Booker T saying I would never say in an interview what was said in a private WWE meeting. Referring to Ember Moon. I wonder why he said that. Geez, he works for WWE. Yeah, he's a company guy. So, and the old school people, and I think he would fall under that category, would kind of say what happens in the change room stays in the change room, right? Like
he's 5'6".
That's kind of universal for sports.
Hold on.
What?
Yes, I know where you're going, and I don't want to step
There's
on
no-
your. He's 5'6".
So right, like that's kind of that's how much that equals to. Holy shit!
1.7 meters is 5.57743 foot. So that would be round up. We got 5.6, right? Right.
Okay.
So
he might have been at his nipples.
Yeah, because Josh is 6'1". There's that. Yeah, he's a head taller than him. Probably because his head's in his shoulders.
I'm taller than he. Well, and his head's
He's not big, man. He's 60.
Is he really?
Like I said, I'm not smashing the legend. He's a legend. But at the same time,
is he 60?
I don't know, 50. Oh man, you're gonna make me Google shit again.
You were just there.
Yeah, but I didn't.
No, but yeah, back to
Ember.
Focused on the one answer. Back to Ember. Yeah, no. But in today's day and age, you kind of
wow, he's 46.
A lot more things. So you were close.
I was off by a
lot more things come out.
All right, back to you. Now I'm focused.
Yeah, but he's still old. A lot more things come out nowadays more than ever. So to pick and choose which ones you like and don't like, yeah, that's Booker T's issue. I don't mind it at this point, especially when it's has to do with the subject like she was talking about. I don't think there should be more openness and things to that, and then maybe you won't get those kind of right to a girl like or a lady or woman like Ember. Right, that was uncomfortable for her. So, like, why does she have to put up with that at her job? Whether it's, like we've said before, it's kind of gray with WWE how you can go about that, but it's still probably not very fun. So, I don't mind it. It's shedding light on an issue in maybe the world, not just wrestling.
Well, Chris, I mean, it's been an ongoing thing for a long time, and a lot of things have come out, but. And it hasn't just been in wrestling. It's been in a lot of walks of lives where that old school mentality of, well, I wouldn't share anything that came out of a private meeting. And I completely agree with them. 100% accurate if it's business related, specifically business related. Yes, there are certain things that, were about, between your boss and your employee that you should put out there. Absolutely. However,
we just did it at the same time.
When you're outside the realm of that business, that business role, if you're outside that relationship, and something then ventures into uncomfortable or inappropriate or not in the right place, then yeah, screw you. Everything gets told. So I mean, it's a clear distinction for me that you just don't want to see anybody be told, oh, you don't want the culture to be don't say anything, because that's bullshit. Everybody should be able to speak out. And the answer becomes no, Booker T. It's not about the people speaking out. It's don't do shit that puts people in a position where they have to decide whether or not they speak out. Don't put them in the comfortable position that they feel like they're going to lose their job because they want to be heard or speak their mind, and be treated like a human. So the answer isn't be quiet. The answer is actually just don't put them in that position. Behave better, treat them better, listen to them, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day.
No, and at this point, like, look at like as much as, and it just clicked on me as you were talking there. Look at all the old timers. Like, you can go on YouTube right now and find Kevin Nash shoot interviews, Kevin Hall, like Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, like like there's so many of them. Ric Flair, like they have these podcasts where they're just telling stories, and yeah, some of them don't necessarily tell you the secrets or go that far, but some of them do. Especially the ones that get pissed off and go online after they get fired or no longer there.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
And
so to talk shit about a girl that's shedding light on an issue, I think sometimes Booker T just likes to try and get in the news.
Oh yeah, and he definitely loves to suck some big old WWE butt as much as he possibly can. And that's the thing. I'm pretty sure if we took the time, and it is what it is, but maybe I'll challenge one of the followers, subscribers, if you got some free time. I'm pretty sure if I went through Booker T's history, there's going to be a few things that he said since he's left wrestling actively that pertain to stuff that happened behind closed doors. Oh yeah, that happened this time. Or yeah, man, we were totally gonna do this or do that. So I find it hard to believe. I'm pretty sure if we looked for it, we'd find it, no problem. Shout out to Boss.
No, and lately
back.
I've seen a couple. I think there's a couple comments of his, and it's all coinciding with the fact that he just got a TV deal, probably for his wrestling company or his wrestling school. So let's get in the news. Everybody looks at Booker T. Maybe he gets more fans.
Boss Muncher says he thinks that every wrestler is on pins and needles trying to get released from the WWE. Yeah, maybe not. Like, the tricky part with this thought is the guys that re-signed. Like, guys stayed there. Guys chose. Even Roderick decided, I'm going to stay here, and then realized, shit, no one else did. They won't move me up. I'm stuck. So
yeah, no man's land.
Yeah, no, he's in a pickle now. I don't know what the hell he's going to do. But yeah, I mean, it's not just. I'm sure there's a lot of wrestlers who are like, man, I just want to pull a Tony Storm and walk off. But I'm like, and part of me wondered, are guys at KO like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sign 3 years with WWE, make big bank, work very little, well, a little bit more than AEW actually. But, in my routine, doing my thing, I got this. And then when I'm done, I'm still pretty young, and I'll just cross the board.
Ricky with a half crab. Sorry, that was just a cool transition into the half crab.
Yeah. Ace is good.
Very athletic. He's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's about it. Like I don't know. He's good, but he's not great for me yet. But I think he has the potential to get there. Yeah,
no, I think he's a really good heel. Booker T always in the news, isn't he? He also said, I'd go up to Ryback face and say, I don't respect you, man. But that doesn't just doesn't care, says he thinks, doesn't he? I could see Booker T going up to Ryback and saying, you're an idiot. I could see that. I think a lot of guys would. I don't think a lot of guys, especially if you're at that stature, it's not like Booker T's a little guy. And your theory with someone like Ryback is, you know what? There you go.
Ace Austin gets the victory.
Yeah, the champ retains. But Yeah, I don't think guys like, they think, what, if I got in a scrap with Rhino, he'd blow out and he's doomed then. Right? So,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't think anybody cares. And you know what? I agree. Like, I think a lot of people would go up to Ryback at this point, and I think unanimously, this is the most unanimous thing in the wrestling world ever. Like, this is probably the most unanimous thing since what? Andre being the first inductee into the Hall of Fame. When was the last time all wrestling fans kind of agreed on, like, everyone's like, yes. The last time Ryback did some stupid shit. Oh, there's Trey. I like
There
Trey.
we go.
Trey's
He
good.
is
Trey's
going
good.
after
That's going to
Ace
be a great
Austin.
match.
And he now has the mic.
It's weird to have the hard cam with your back to the ramp.
Away from the aisle.
That's a weird spot for the hard cam.
I was just thinking the same thing. Well, and like right now, like he's talking to the hard cam and he keeps turning around like to Ace, and it just looks goofy.
It looks clunky, and yeah, it looks like he's on, he's hanging out with two girls. He likes them both, and he's stuck. Like, what is he doing? yeah, talking to both sides at the same time, like stuck in the middle. Now, anyway. The Monsters Ball match was put on the map by Abyss. Yes, it was. Rhino and Raven in TNA early in the mid-2000s. Thank you, Anthony. But it's true. I remember, man, I was such a big fan of like the original like Abyss, and like they were really building them up, and it was really good, man. Really compelling storyline. And then Abyss and Samoa Joe had to go, and that was phenomenal. Did you see AEW?
No, there was a lot of crazy matches back then. A lot of crazy matches.
There's Josh. Did you see AEW ratings? 850,000-ish. Geez, that's crap, isn't it? A bit ago, it was 1 million when Punk came and Daniel came and AEW. KJ and Chris, thoughts? I'll start this one, Chris, because of course I have a lot. But here's the funny
2 words.
What? Suck it.
Playoff time.
Yeah, but still, Chris, less than
playoff.
a million to me is like that would bum me out. And that's where people are like, well, the WWE doesn't consider AEW as competition. And to a point, they're kind of right. Because even as much as we say Raw and SmackDown are shit, they don't do under 1 million.
Yeah.
When was the last time a Raw did under 1 million? Can anybody think of that? Now, is Raw and SmackDown pulling in the weight that they used to? God, not even close. Nice. But man, like I'd
have to look that up.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? But I mean, that's the thing. Like it's they got to find a way to break the ceiling, and I think part of the problem is you got to generate more buzz outside of the hardcore fans, right? It's like Cole versus Ishii isn't gonna get the brand over.
No.
And I think right at this time, and I'm not saying you can't have dream matches or fantasy matches, but back off. And I will give a complete shout out and a complete credit for what I'm about to say here. But our buddy Jim Cornette, I don't know if you heard it yet, but he went through, and one of his cult members had broken down all the stipulation matches that have happened at AEW. And it's ridiculous. It's like 84 in 14 months. Like it's insanity, right? Like it truly is a ton of matches that you're not moving the needle with. But overall, I really think they got to find a way. I mean, you signed Bryan, that was supposed to move the needle. You signed Punk, that was supposed to move the needle. You signed Lee and this Ruby and this one and that one and this one. What is it going to take to break the threshold? Maybe Wednesday night's not a good night for wrestling. maybe we got to talk to the booker. And I know, Booker of the Year, couple years running. But yeah, we truly need to they got to find a way to break through this ceiling. They got to find a way to generate a bigger audience. I mean, they've had Shaq on the show, but they got to find a way to not scare everybody off. And part of that is, I'm not saying don't do hardcore matches or street fights, but save them, make them special, build to them. There's got to be a legitimate reason. If a guy started arguing with another guy today, there's no way we should be having a stipulation match on Wednesday. A stipulation match is a what's the word? An escalation of the situation. So I don't understand if they don't get that. I don't know if they're just not. Sometimes they're booking a little too boxy, and I think there's a way they have to come into this and find a way to continue to grow the audience beyond the one they have, especially with the money that Tony's spending. And listen, I don't profess to have any clue how much money his dad is going to let him spend or how much money he's going to let him lose. Maybe it's all just, tax. You know what? Let Tony blow all the money through the wrestling, and we'll just, do what we need to do. It's a tax write-off. It balances out the other billion I'm making. So I don't know. I don't know how long they can continue to sign guys at big money and pay guys more than they would get anywhere else and not move the needle on the ratings, right? You got to move the needles on the ratings, and you want to see it grow. You want to see it big, where everyone's talking about like, this is the craziest time in wrestling. And yeah, it is. It really is. It's growing, and it will come, and then you need time, but you got to find those crossover stars that you can see sitting, on talk shows and, making the brand, showing up at the Indy 500 to wave the flag. And some people out there go, oh, that's not wrestling. It is. The wrestling guys, even the old school wrestling guys, were all about the community on radio stations, out in the public, doing car washes and stupid events. It was all, that was their persona. That was the kayfabe. They were always doing it. And they were always trying to grow the brand. I do think a big part of the problem is you've given too much away, and you're consistently, doing too much, and you're just taking the shine off it. The big pops, the rating spikes, but then some of these ones that come in, I get it. You're trying to slow play them all, but would the ratings continue to grow if you instantly shove Punk to the top of that mountain? What happens? And I know there's a ton of comments below, and I'm just rambling at this point, but I like this question. But ask yourself this, guys. What would happen if Punk came in, everybody went nuts, their ratings went up, and they told everyone next week Punk's going to fight this guy, and it was a main event level guy. You make people tune back in, you try and maintain that level, that number on the ratings, and you push it, and then you instantly within weeks send him after the champion, or maybe on the first night he calls out the champion. I don't care that I just got here. I'm CM goddamn Punk, and I want the belt. The place would have exploded, and the numbers would have went up that much bigger, thinking, oh shit, not only is he back, he wants the top of the mountain. Would it have changed the ratings? Because you folded him back into the mix a little. Now not as many people are turning up to see Punk. It's not so special anymore. You've seen him, 15, 16 times. Some of the matches were great. We love it. Some of them were okay. So, I mean, that's a real interesting question in my head is, and you say Tony Khan, the Booker of the Year. I mean, his competition, that's like, being the only guy with legs in a running race and being happy that you won it. But the booking isn't generating a new audience, and sometimes the booking's lazy and only only caters to a pocket. And that's not really great because you need that group to grow, and it's not. It's pretty much the same as it was 12 months ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. It actually might have been on average slightly higher 12 months ago. So it's definitely an interesting battle for AEW, but they got to find a way to grow and cross over and become more than just good wrestling, a really good wrestling show. But it'll come. You got to build these stars, and they're gonna. Some of these people who are wrestling now for them are going to become stars. There's a lot of potential there. So give it time. People forget that Josh is wearing wrestling boots and Ishii is barefoot. That's why he looks shorter. Wrestling boots actually add a little bit more height. Oh no, Anthony. Wikipedia disagreed with you. First of all, I think it's hypocritical when these older guys are criticizing the younger guys for coming out and saying they're frustrated with booking, and Vince allows them to speak up to him. True. And the funniest part about the hypocrisy of that is how many of them have done interviews or done documentaries, especially for the WWE, talking about, oh, we couldn't get booking done. How many times the booker said, oh, Hogan would come in and we couldn't book this and we couldn't get it promoted and everybody was buddies and chummy and the clique ran everything. Well, that's all got said. That was all business. That was all private, but somebody paid you to say some shit, so you did. So, yeesh. I mean, I doubt Ember got paid to say what she said. So I agree with you, Anthony. A little bit hypocritical, but Booker T tends to just say things and every time he does, it's for notoriety. Morrissey versus Brian Myers in a tables match tonight. Yes, that was good already. Jordan Grace was a big hand in Morrissey getting the W. Andrew Zarian, wrestling reporter, said WWE very impressed with Morrissey match on Dynamite. Do you think they bring him back to WWE? Sounds like it. Whew. Yeah, you know what? And I think was it on Pat McAfee? I don't know if anyone can recall this, but I feel like it might have been on the Pat McAfee show. But Vince, I believe, recently was quoted saying, sometimes we let wrestlers go and then they come back to us when they're ready. And that's an interesting thing for me because I think he was being sincere. And there's a track record to prove it of guys who came in, got a bit of a push, got a bit of a rub, and it didn't work out. And they left, did some shit, got better, figured out who they were, and then came back to the WWE so the WWE could ruin it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you look at, the Lashleys, the McIntyres, the guys like that. I mean, could it be a Bray Wyatt? Could it be there's a lot of people who it could be. Thoughts on Tessa Blanchard's news, maybe apparently falling out. Yeah, I don't think it's apparent. I think she actually is. So yeah, some people just can't help themselves. And sometimes I don't know if it's this case with Tessa, but some people just find themselves in shit all the time and don't realize that they keep stepping in it. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate. She's talented. She looks good. She can work. She just can't stay out of trouble. In the end, she won't be able to work any wrestling company. They won't want her. I agree with Tessa. No, this is she's already on a blacklist, and some companies already can consider her untouchable. So this isn't going to help that idea. Impact underrated, isn't it? Good show, Impact, with good wrestlers on it, like Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, myself. Raleigh, you're completely right. You do have Impact is underrated. If Impact had a better, bigger platform, it's very comparable. And on weeks, it's beat other shows. It's been better than NXT. It's been better than Rampage. It's been better than the other shows, SmackDown included. I don't know if it's never been better than Dynamite based on the power rankings, but you know what I mean. It's quality wrestling. It's not the most glitz and glamour or crazy storylines. There's some storylines, but it's a lot of good wrestling. The match we just had there was good. We got a Monsters Ball tonight. That's going to be good. And the one thing I found, what kind of hooked me back into Impact, because like I said, there was a time, TNA moving into Impact. They had a lot of names. I was very interested. I was a big fan. Going back to Abyss, we were talking about. and some of the rivalries he had with Joe and AJ and such. But and the onset, I remember when they first came out with the X Division. That was pretty dope. And here we're still doing it. So, but yeah, the point of this is they got a lot of talented wrestlers, and everyone talks about the wrestlers that AEW have signed that the WWE have let go. Quietly, Impact collected a bunch of guys: Rich Swann, Cardona, Myers, Rhino's there, Heath is there. The list goes on. Canellis is there now. It's a long list of guys that used to be there, and they can work, and they proved it. And a lot of them, Cardona got himself over without the WWE, and they let him go. So he showed he could get himself over on the biggest stage. Why couldn't he get himself over somewhere else? And he has. Myers turned that losing streak into a funny gimmick, made you pay attention a little bit, but they didn't like him. They weren't going to use him. And there he goes. Hey, the Briscoes. By the way, if you didn't know, the Briscoes will be at Under Siege, and they are looking for gold. What do we got? Sure, I got distracted by them boys. Oh, wow. So for those who can't see the show, I got a little distracted because the Briscoes are a good promo, but they were digging in, letting Violent by Design know what's up. This title match, they're taking the gold right near the end of their promo. Static, Violent by Design take over. And here's the one, Eric Young, speaking of another guy who didn't get an opportunity in WWE. Another guy, I feel personally, they missed the boat. I think Sanity had something. I think Eric Young is a great character. He reminds me of Woody Harrelson at times, though. Anyone else feel that vibe? Am I the only one that thinks he looks like Woody? But Eric Young, to me, is talented, and I think the WWE didn't see his value and messed that up bad. Again, begs the question: why did they bring him all the way up to just not let it go? What did they do? They did that Sanity entrance one time, maybe twice on SmackDown, and I thought it went over well. I thought it was good. I thought the whole helicopter and darkness and lights, it was wicked. The music, no. Get out. KJ and Chris, realistically, how long can AEW rely on independent and former WWE talent to boost their viewership? Is there any actual plateau in your opinion? They've kind of hit one level of a plateau right now because you have a lot of big names over there, right? And if Moxley and the Bucks and Kenny and Paige and Adam, no, if all these guys are, they said they were going to move the needle, those guys, and like Roman Reigns credit, needle movers. Can you bring in 2 million viewers? Right? Like Roman Reigns does get to brag, whether you love him or hate him. He is the top guy in the top company. And until you're dragging in what he's dragging in at that level, viewership, money, ticket sales, then you're not really in the game. So, but what you do see, and I don't stretch that out a little bit. Jay White and the Bullet Club are here, by the way. But what you are seeing is there is a lot of young talent. Darby's young, MJF's young, Dante's young. You got a lot of young talent there. And the list goes on. Then you got all this AEW dark talent, and they're using all these YouTube talent time to, whether I know people hate it sometimes, but all these athletes are getting reps. And at some point, you're going to develop some superstars by accident, right? Just somebody's going to want to be in your company that just hits that mark. And I think they have some guys that really can do it. I think a guy like Ricky Starks is a star. I think he's got the look, the attitude, everything. There are stars there coming that are just, highlight things better, get a little more consistent with your storytelling, maybe a little bit less, maybe I hate to say this, guys, less Jericho, less stupid shit from Jericho and anyone else that wants to do kind of kiddie, playful stuff. It doesn't bring in the numbers. Stick to the adult men and women being mad at each other for adult reasons and working it out in the ring. You stick to that, money, and people will show up. Have you seen Paige Van Zant Twitter pics? Geez, she's also a badass bare knuckle boxer. Glad she hopefully soon get in the ring. She is getting in the ring soon. It will be Tay Conti. She not had a match yet. Nope. And that's not bad. Give her time. Let her groom. Make people want it. Meant to face Brandy Rhodes. Nope. Yeah, well, I'm not mad about her not fighting Brandy Rhodes. I'd much rather see her fight at Tay. Maybe not Tay, but I mean, Tay's a good heel. As far as her picks go, yeah, you know, I mean, as the fact that we cover wrestling so much, we have to follow her. So just have to. And yes, she's a very beautiful lady. I honestly think the WWE audience is so confused about actual pro wrestling and keep going for the show. New Barnum and Bailey circus. There's a few things. Name value, brand value. I mean, you're a worldwide corporation, and you have that value. You really do. So people do kind of just show up because it's the thing. It's it's a tradition in some places. And it was such a big part of, like my childhood. So when they come back to town, even if I wasn't doing this, I'd want to see a show or two. Like, it's how it kind of works out. So, no. And as far as the thought with the pro wrestling, yeah, it's not even the same thing. I mean, it's sports entertainment. But what I think, and like you said, if you go to the circus on a Monday night and you watch the circus, they do an act. If you drove down the road and watched the next night at the next town, you'd see the same act. So that's what they've got. And to your point, Boss Monster, yeah, it's very just, pull the tents down, do the same show tomorrow. And, every once in a while you shake it up, but then you just rinse and repeat. And it's not good. Boss Monster, I'm a fan of both companies, but I think it's kind of scary that AEW can't seem to get over the 600 to 800,000 viewers each when WWE with horrible booking gets close to 1 million, right? It's hard to argue. The rating question I wrote was because has it got a bit boring or not as good as it was? People tuned into CM Punk, then left. One Dynamite was 1.1 million. Thanks for answering, KJ. Not a problem at all, Rally Sport. And I like these topics, but absolutely. The ratings battle has been a question for me because I keep thinking I'm watching this and I'm like, this is good. This is a good product. I really do think it's a couple things. One, it's really the fact of you are catering to a niche market. You really are a lot of times, and that hurts your chances. You do have good product in there, and we've all been on these lives where we've been like, wow, this segment's really good. The next segment is just a shit show. And there will, if you want to gain wrestling fans, you got to put it all together. And it takes time. I mean, what are they in? Year 3? It takes time. They went through a pandemic. So let's see where they are at year 5. When they're celebrating their 5th year anniversary, let's see where all that has worked out ratings-wise and such. It's growing. And they got to get bigger. They got to get outside that box that they're kind of in at times. And again, I just think if you saw a commercial right now or an ad, and it's like this, Wednesday, ladder match, so-and-so, Sammy Guevara and blah, blah, but something else, you wouldn't necessarily stop and go, I have to see that. You're probably going to tune in, but you don't, if something came up, you're like, oh, I don't have to, you know what I mean? Like the special feel of a lot of what they were doing was just wearing off, and it just wasn't the same. It doesn't feel the same when you get it all the time, right? You want the big moments and the hot the hot shotting to be organized, to not be every single week. I said it. I'm a fan of AEW. I'm a big fan of AEW. And when they announced it was going to be a street fight, oh shit, I think like 3 this month. Like It's a lot because you want to see good wrestling. You can end the match, you can end a show, but now you're setting this bar where if you show up in a town and don't do a big spot match, people are going to be pissed. Oh, we didn't get a ladder match. Oh, we didn't get a coffin match. Oh, we didn't get a time and place. You didn't get a casket match 3 times a year. You got it once every few years. That's how it's supposed to be. That's why I hate Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view. It sucks as a pay-per-view because it used to be, like when they did have the show, we're going to have a Hell in a Cell. This is why we're doing it, blah, blah, blah. You understood. But when you keep coming back to it all the time, you're like, oh, well, you're just shoving people in the cage this year. You got to build the angle up and have a reason. You know what? If I had sick of your shit, we tried to steel cage. It didn't work. Hell in the Cell. That didn't work. Elimination Chamber. Invite some friends. Let's go. There's got to be build to it. Can't just keep giving it away. And then, like everything else in this world, if you keep giving it away, people are going to want more. And I think that's what's really hurting them. And they're really just stuck in that pocket, that core group that's been there from the beginning, that isn't going anywhere. So now you got to find ways to make your show more appealing to the masses. You got to find other ways to do it. I'm not saying bail on what your vision is or what your mission of as a company is. I'm just saying you got to look beyond. What is keeping people away? Are people tuning in on the nights that you get 1 million and you're giving them something they don't want to see? Maybe they don't want to see, people set on fire or somebody's wife, set a table on fire and then you drop yourself on it. Maybe people don't want to see that shit. I don't know. Boss agrees with Anthony. KJ, do you think wrestling fans in general care a little bit too much about the demographic rating? Listen, the demographic readings is a funny thing. It's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. From day one, when you talked about football, basketball, anything, wrestling, when they talked about the ratings, it was the views, the overall, what you got, right? What is your, where were we at? And then you'll look at your key points and such, but you're not like the key demo was smart marketing, was smart positioning. You could look at that key demo and go, well, we won where it matters. Well, yeah, but the other company is still overall doing better. Period. That's just the way it is. So I get it. It's a smart, it's like almost like saying to the troops, it's a moral victory, or it's the little things that matter, guys. We got this. So yeah, I get it. I don't bag on them. And it's cool that in that core demo they can win. They can win those ratings. But the way they latched onto it was like, this is all that matters. Clearly, you can't get over 1 million viewers. So consistently get over 1 million. So maybe it's because that demo has been tapped out. What next? How are you going to do this? I got an idea. Find a way to get more women into that building. I hate to break it to you. Have you ever really paid attention when they pan around that crowd? It is a very, very large sausage factory. And there are ladies there. We appreciate it. But it's very dude heavy. And if you go back to some old tapes, there was a lot of women screaming. Like when Michaels would come out, or any of the guys that were considered attractive or one of the sex symbols of the show, you heard women screaming at the top of their lungs. Now you don't. You just hear dudes booing. So, yeah, you got to find a way to get outside that box, outside that bubble that you put yourself in. Oh, I'm not that far behind. That's excellent. It seems like Vince cares more about the overall ratings instead of the portion of the ratings, specifically the key demo 18 to 38. Yes, because Vince understands that when he sits down with his investors and says, we had this many viewers this week, they don't give a shit. Oh, how old were they? What's the demographic? They just want to know what it means as far as the bottom line goes. So yeah, for me, I really don't think it's that much of an overall issue because, Vince is Vince. And whether we love him or hate him or like his product or not, the guy is killing it. The guy, look where he's come from. Look where he is now. I mean, this is a guy that was, just thrown in as an announcer because his dad said so. And here we are all these years later, the number one most influential man in wrestling history, whether you like him or not, that can't be argued. That's undeniable. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Lashley, Mickey James released did Impact, back for a Rumble, and there you go. Some of the wrestlers come back to WWE for a couple there for you. Yeah, thank you, Raleigh. Yeah, there's a long list of guys that have left for a little bit, returned, and you're like, oh shit, this is new and exciting. Well, I mean, and that's not necessarily bad. That's like saying, okay, you know what? Keep an eye on this guy. You know, it's almost like tag and release. And you can't fault them for that. I don't fault them for that. I mean, they have that ability to just they can wait. They have enough money and enough talent in the pool. The problem is they've got real stale and stagnant, and they did it to themselves. It's not that they can't develop talent. They haven't tried to develop talent. They keep bringing in Goldberg and Austin and this person and that person to fill those highlight spots, to get the big pop, get the number, to hot shot it. But in the hot shotting, you've done no development of anybody else. Does that mean you can't turn it on and start giving angles and meaning and roles to all these other guys? Yeah, it means that. Just do it. You got to just change your direction. Oh, hey, there's people. I feel like Gilligan over here. Hey.
Hello, I am back.
Yeah, man.
You've been killing it. I've been listening along.
What's that?
Said you've been killing it. I've been listening along.
Thanks, man.
Thank
I don't think we've talked much about Impact. The chat has got me rolling and just kind of feeding into my into some of my favorite topics. So I mean, we just got a bit of a pre-package. Rosemary's obviously going for the belt this weekend. So yeah, I will remind people we are watching Impact Wrestling. It is on. But yeah, no, we've enjoyed the conversation, and we will be back for Under Siege Saturday night. Keep in mind, folks, a couple things. Big announcements as far, and you already know this, but just reminders. Tomorrow, our news will be out at some point during the day. When it goes out, we also have 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, Raleigh, I know you're in Great Britain. Wherever you are, I know Anthony's in Florida. Don't forget 5:30 Toronto time, Eastern time, not just Toronto, but you get it. That's when Rampage is on 5:30. I will say it again. We will be here at 5:30 on Friday. It's a crazy time, 5:30 to 6:30. And then we'll be back for SmackDown in its usual time slot. And we'll see how long we hang around on a Friday night, but maybe not too long, because we will be back for the power rankings on Saturday morning. And then we will be rolling into, not only are we going to do Under Siege Impact, we are going to kick into UFC 247, 274. My dyslexia kick in. Doesn't matter. Gaethje Oliveira.
Maybe.
It's going to be a good one. It's our real first. So we kind of dabbled in the fight night. Did I get it right?
Yeah, I think it's 274 or somewhere around there.
274. I got it backwards. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a banger. Gaethje's awesome. He's kind of my pick on it. But we've never really dove into a UFC numbered event, watch along or watch party. But we figure shit, close enough. We're going to get some action. We're going to open with Impact at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Do keep the bell on. We might pop up a little early, but then we'll walk all the way through. We're going to have two screens. When Impact's done, we're going to transition into the UFC. Just all three of us, myself, Chris, Will be giving you live reaction, live results, live opinion on the UFC. And then we're back on Sunday. Yes, that's right. Sunday, WrestleMania rematch, WrestleMania Backlash. And again, we're back at it. It's going to be a crazy night. We'll see what that brings. I'm hoping for some surprises, some something. Give me something. Not overly excited about this, but the WWE hasn't really sold me on a pay-per-view in a while. The one rumor is that tomorrow night we're expecting to see a good amount of mix of roster. And I'm pretty sure tomorrow night's has already been taped, but do keep in mind, and if you do know spoilers, keep your mouth shut, because we do approach it with we do approach it blind, or at least I do. So that's why Chris is so good at predicting.
Some days.
Where are we? Who won the table match? What's that?
So you're rolling.
Who won the tables match? KJ, I'm guessing W. Morrissey. You said it's already been on. Yeah, it opened the show. Morrissey won. What happened? It was really cool, but Jordan Grace came out, threw Morrissey up up on her shoulders in kind of the doomsday device position, and Morrissey put a boot through his chest into a table. It was beautiful. It was over, and yeah, that's how we started at Rally.
A pretty good start to the show. Tables match, Monsters Ball. They're going pretty hard tonight, unlike some other go home shows we've seen lately.
I'm such a fan of this lady. The fact that they're
Me as
letting
well,
her
and
sorry,
such a waste. Like for her to wrestle, what was it, 6 matches or something on NXT? Like even 6 matches, how do you not go? Oh, she's got it.
I don't get it. And if it's specifically based on age, it's stupid. It's stupid. It really is. KJ, I noticed Mickie James has not been on Impact for a month. Yeah, I mean, Mickie James has been super busy, so it doesn't surprise me. She lost the belt, and she was beefing with Chelsea a little bit there. So we'll see. We're not done with her, but I could imagine her taking a few weeks off, some time off, do some other things. So there's trouble in paradise. Oh, Raffman's wishful thinking, I think. Domestic bliss is not.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that, but that.
Really?
Yeah.
Looking forward to Taya versus Deonna. I really am. I think it's going to be a great match. Speaking of Deonna, Macklin is in the ring under siege. Deonna Purrazzo from being a rosebud for Adam Rose, right? Right? To former AAA Rinya, I can't do it. AAA champion and 2-time Impact Knockouts champ, ROH champ. No, she can go. Guys, go look up the match she had with Johnny for the dishes match. Look at this guy. We going camping, bro? Chris is ready for a marathon. This is the best shit ever, bro. Get a mug, man.
My work jug.
Okay, going to work. I like it. We get him a lunchbox. Yeah, she's talented. Deonna was talented. Chelsea Green was talented. I think you glitched because you just said thirsty like 7 seconds later. Tough and hard. Ishii. Main event time. Oh, no, not yet. No Monster Balls. Tony Storm. What is happening in Chris's world?
I may be glitching.
I think Chris has lost he's not having very much fun with his tech as of late. Let's check back in with him. How you doing?
I don't know. I'm going.
All right, so Chris is a little bit glitchy, so we'll fix that and he'll be back. It's probably 11 or 12. I just read a question that's not even on this screen because I need to do that. It's probably 11 or 12 at night for me in the UK. Thanks for the reminder, KJ, about Rampage 274. I think it's UFC. Yeah, I got it backwards. My dyslexia kicked in. But yeah, 274, Gaethje Oliveira, and we're looking forward to bringing you guys the action. I mean, we want to bring as much as we can to the fans. The ladies are working on a show for themselves as well. Not for themselves, for the team, but one where we just highlight the ladies and tune in for that when it does hit. I've been waiting. We've been just trying to find time, guys. You have no idea how busy the last few months have been. So when we get to it, we've already started to line up our interviews. I know LJ's done an interview. But stay tuned. We are going to start interviewing wrestlers again, predominantly independent ones. But it's something we had a lot of fun with before, and it was kind of taken away from us. And we're going to do it again. Okay, my comment deleted again about Mickey James has a new job at Busted Open. Can I say that? Wait and see. Oh shoot, is that? I got to look into that, and I want to see if that's true. I guess they have not. Uh, they have to stay together for the kids' sake. That's rough, and that's an interesting thought, right? Stay together for the kids' sake. People say that a lot of times, but sometimes being apart for the kids' sake is better. It's not always good for the kid's sake for two people to be toxic around each other. So if they can get their shit together, and I'm just being presumptuous based on what I read here, but anybody, if you're off, it's not that you're a toxic person or they're a toxic person, but if you're toxic together, sometimes for the kid's sake is an interesting one. It all depends on how you conduct yourself. And if people are saying it's tumultuous, the kids know, the kids hear it, the kids feel it. So do keep that in mind with something like that. As my humble opinion is, for the kids' sake, that's a tough one. Usually for the alimony sake. Chris, what is that? Jeez. It's so oh, that's funny. Oh, now I don't got him at all. Sorry, Chris. You are fighting it. He doesn't even know he's on the show. Yeah, no, that's funny. When Chris comes back, I'll let him know. But did you see that? Chris going camping. He said he was going to work. He's pulling his thermos out of his lunchbox. Chris is the glitch master. Yeah, he's definitely struggling. Mickey on every Wednesday. KJ, Mickey James, true. I listened to her interview. FDR, it was really good. KJ, Mickey James, true. I listened. Mickey on every Wednesday, KJ. Okay. That's yeah. All the best. You want to see people. I mean, like I always say, this world needs love, needs more love. So if you find that special somebody that just lights you up, makes you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, hold on tight. And you go through ups and downs, but at the end of the day, this world needs love. So try not to kill each other, folks. It's happening anyway. But that being said, folks, we are back in commercial. So keep the chat rolling, keep them coming, keep the questions coming. Whether there's impact or not, I'm having a whole lot of fun here tonight. I wasn't even supposed to be here, to quote one of my favorite movies. And yeah, I mean, it was my night off. But the Iron Man of YouTube, at least wrestling YouTube. But I don't know how many people are on as many minutes as I am in a week. Maybe other people are. But, for a dude with a full-time job and a strenuous full-time job that's not your typical 40-hour a week, I think I'm doing pretty good on these hours. Eventually, I might faint drop die. See, it's going already, boys. I'm twitching. But I'm having a whole lot of fun here. We got company. But Holly, welcome back. How are you doing? Oh, you're muted. So the tech issues, just the other team. Apparently,
Great.
I'm just gonna roll, folks.
I'm not on live unless I'm muted when I start. Come on. Do you want to go take a break now, KJ? That's what I was saying.
Was that what it was? I don't know. I'm on a bit of a heater. I'm afraid to step
You're
away.
killing it. You're killing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink or at minimum, because I don't know if you hear this. I have not taken a breath or a drink, but we love you guys. I'm just gonna finish up reminding everybody we are here all week long. Tune in, like, subscribe, get 10 friends to join the page. I'll buy you a t-shirt. I swear to God. We love bringing you these shows. We'll be here for like 20 hours in the next 3 days. Watch, tune in, like, subscribe, and tell everybody you goddamn know we're here doing it. I'm gonna take a break. Bye.
Enjoy your break. All right. How is it going, everybody? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just look at the chat. Ali, woo woo. Oh, we got Chris. It is definitely the Russian roulette of wrestling here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. How's it going, Chris?
Well, the question is if I'm actually working at this point.
You are
Holy
a little
moly.
bit stop motiony, but I don't know what to say. Ali, woo woo. Hello, Rally. How's it going? Hey, Wrasslin. That is a funny looking Chris. Dyed his hair red and grew it out in the space of 5 minutes. Wow. I know. Took the setup and everything. The corner of the couch. How's it look, guys? How's it look
Yeah,
to me?
we switched setups. No, she makes the
Poor
red
Chris
hair
was
look a lot better than I ever would.
Poor Chris was put in the corner. Chris kind of has gingery hair. He's a gingery-ish beard in the sunlight. If you guys are, it's the
Colorblind.
Scottish. Excuse my accent.
That was well done.
Oh, thank you. All right, so I guess we should get to the wrestling. You're gonna be more helpful than I
We have
am.
Macklin. Excuse me. No, we got Macklin in charge of Ishii right now. Kind of what KJ predicted earlier. Just kind of going to be a slap fest, and that's a lot of
What's been
Ishii's
going on?
matches.
Oh, okay. I was
So
gonna. Oh, I was
no,
gonna.
go ahead.
I honestly, I lost my train of thought too. I was just gonna say how you're gonna be more helpful than I am, uh, for this impact. So you can teach me a little bit. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say who's that I know. I found my train of thought. See, who are you voting for? Who are you rooting for? Voting for? This is the polls, guys.
Voting. um. I think
Oh
Macklin. I
nope,
don't
it's
know. I just
Ali.
think. Yeah, no, Ali popping in. Hey, like KJ said earlier, you never know who's going to show up. I think that's 4 of us tonight. So yeah, it's usually a little. Oh, I lost my train of thought. It's usually yeah, you never know what's going to happen. It's usually a surprise, and very rarely do we actually just stick to the beginning 2 or 3 members that are there. Usually, you get to see everybody, hear everybody's
Yeah,
opinion, and I
it's
think
a
that's what makes us so
rotation.
great.
Sorry, I just want to jump to this comment here. I thought you were Chris Ali. I looked up and screamed, "Nope, it's Ali." I like that. I like that comment because I can imagine. Nope. And my phone's going off apparently. Speaking of Steve Macklin, he is engaged to Diona, so they're getting married. Is that what you guys were talking about earlier? Actually, I kind of tuned in at one
What
point.
did you? Yes, we said we were talking about Deanna, and if she like takes a break or
Yeah.
excuse me again, because she's fighting Taya, and say she loses the belt or whatever. Does she take a break maybe to go like plan the wedding or? I believe it's in November, so she still has some time. I've never planned a wedding. I've heard stories.
People plan
Um,
years in advance.
but yeah, yeah, no, I they might be going and getting she might be disappearing for a little bit. We were talking about that earlier. You are correct.
Who's correct? Oh, me about the
You
wedding.
were.
Sorry.
You're saying you're little
um,
distraction there. That's okay.
yeah, so you know me. My brain is always all over the place. Anyways, that's what I was doing on the news. I was like, these are my thoughts, and I'm trying to catch them all because they're all going out at once. Like I can't. I'm like, oh, there's
Hour
a
and a
thought.
half
There's a
later,
thought.
still going.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry for the long ass news,
Hey,
but
no.
tune in if you guys want to watch it.
when there's lots to cover, we very rarely miss much. So a lot of credit goes to Ali and LJ for that, and yeah, they worked their asses off trying to cover as much news and as much stories as possible. So I would definitely check that out.
Yeah, 100%. Not to look distracted here. You know us, we're always busy, we're always doing the news, we're always doing stuff. So, yeah, like Chris said, we are here literally all the time, every day. We are pretty much every day, except for the weekends. We are posting the news, and we're probably gonna have to start posting the news at this point because sometimes, I mean, it's hit or miss week by week, but sometimes it's like boom, 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 like so many stories in one day, every day, the whole week. You never catch a break, and then sometimes it's a dead slow week. So yeah, that's my spiel.
No, and this just happens. It seemed like this week was a little busier than the past week, and it just there was a ton of different little stories coming out, and we just tried to hit as
Oh, we got a glitch in the matrix. Oh, and we got not a glitch in the wrestling over here. All right, so it's me now. Um anyways, yes. Steve Macklin lost. That's what I have to say about that. Ishii got it. And you know what? I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention that much, but uh I was talking about the news. You know me, guys, always distracted. Um so that's there's that match there. Oh, here we got, what did that even say? Swingers Dungeon, guys. Sorry, I have my stream on the screen here. Oh, here we go. Sorry about long list. Also, my fave singer, Avril Lavigne, was that? Yeah, she was the bride's. She was the maid of honor actually, and that's so funny that your favorite singer is Avril Lavigne because I'll tell you what, every Canadian little girl, pretty much, well, at least me and my friends, um Avril Lavigne was just on repeat, so I can relate with that rally. I know, and you know what? They didn't even, just a fun fact. Avril Lavigne's engaged to Monson, and they they're engaged. They didn't even post about. I follow them on Instagram. They didn't even post about like nothing. So I was like, what? And then I was like, what? Two worlds collide. Wrestling world and the music world. Always something going on. Did you see that, Ali? Mickey James got a new job. She on Busted Open every Wednesday interviewed FTR. Oh, that's interesting. No, I did not see that, but thank you. I gotta check out. I gotta look that up now. But thank you for informing me. Oh, here are the Great Impact commercials. This is what we got. We tune in, guys, to on Impact. These commercials. Oh, and we are loading. Oh, and the whole family's back.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
We are back. I think Chris is screwed. I think we're at tap out point, buddy.
Yeah, it's just frozen there. All
That's
right.
it.
How's it going, KJ?
Yeah, it's all good, Ali. It's an unexpected appearance, but we live for it. So That being said, the chat is rolling, the impact is rolling along, and folks, we are here tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. 5:30
Yes,
p.m.
yes. Special start time for Rampage.
It'll probably just
Um,
be, but we'll find out.
yeah, super, super duper early for once. Like,
It's a rare occasion due to playoffs.
yes. But that's okay. We'll be here. We are always here, like we were saying, like we say all the time. It's just a repeat. News for you there. Good listen. Yeah, that was in the news that we did. We covered Alexa's wedding too. I know a lot of wrestling crap. Everybody here, all back on stream. Woo! Yes, you do, Rally. You're always coming in with the facts. What are you talking about?
I call Raleigh one of the OGs. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, Raleigh was there and he would provide from the minute go. Raleigh and I kind of clicked, and he does. He brings a whole lot of knowledge to this chat, and I dig it. So don't laugh, KJ. My favorite singer is Avril Lavigne. Been a fan since Skater Boy. Listen, I'm a huge music fan, and for those
Of
who don't
course.
know, I love music, and there's a bit of music in my background. Avril, how could you not love Avril? I mean, she's a Canadian gem. But I liked Avril when she first hit because, she was cute and I was young. Girl. I think she's around my age, which is good. But that being said, listen, she's awesome. She actually has a song that I'm a big fan of. She had Bad Girl with Marilyn
Yes.
Manson. With Marilyn Manson. That's a track.
Yeah, I think Chris is a fan of that song too, as well. Not my favorite Avril Lavigne song, but I listen. Music's music, and it's good music.
That's it.
Um,
Oh, he's got that family stubbornness in him.
yeah.
Let's see.
Bad Girl is a good song, and I do like it too. I think it was actually you who put me onto it.
See,
Like
there
most of
you
your
go.
music.
Yeah, probably most.
A lot, bro. It's got to be a lot. Rally.
I'm always here. Love stream. It's cool. Thanks, Ali, KJ, Chris, LJ, Will. Yes.
Thank you, Rally.
The fam thinks you're back.
Right.
With
Just me
you.
chatting tonight. Yeah, we got it's a little quiet in the chat tonight, but that kind of happens on a Thursday from time to time. So we appreciate the love, and I know we got some people tuning in. So if you haven't been here before, make sure you like, subscribe, join the fam. We're here all week long, 7 days a week. We are back tomorrow at 5:30 for Rampage. Then we're back for SmackDown. We might hang around, maybe do some level up, but I doubt it.
Hey,
You never know.
don't forget
If
about the
Allie's on,
news.
we'll be on till midnight. So.
I
And
know.
then
I'm
we
not
come
allowed to
back
be on
Saturday. We
Friday.
have our podcast. Check that out. Don't miss it with Will, the Playboy Beanie causing trouble. Let's rumble. It's always fun. It's always a good time. If you like to debate and talk about the issues in wrestling, that's where to be. And then we're coming back. We're going not only to do, that was a great English sentence. We're not only going to do,
You sound like me on the news.
we're gonna do Under Siege Impact. We get the go home show right now. We're
Yes.
watching it. We got a Monsters Ball coming up, but we're gonna do UFC 274. Gaethje Oliveira. We're gonna have split screens going. We're gonna be watching both. We'll give live reaction. You get to watch us pop all night long. We start at 8, and we're not leaving until the UFC stops swinging. So this one, and then Sunday we're back with a walk, Wrasslin down memory lane. We're back with the power rankings. We're back with WrestleMania Backlash. So that's right. We do not leave. We do not. We're here 7 days a week. And yeah, I mean, I'm starting to call myself the Iron Man of YouTube. So folks, like, subscribe, share. And this has begun.
It is fitting.
They just came out of closets. Like they look like they'd already been fighting, but they came out of They did the Goldberg where they knocked on the door and then they came out of some random change room closet. I don't know exactly what it was.
These guys have beat the living snot out of each other for weeks.
Up the stairs.
Huh.
Oh, off the railing.
That would hurt.
Do you think this is it? Are they fighting it under siege too?
No. I don't think either of them
I
are
didn't think
seated.
so.
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh, shit.
The noises. The noises he makes always get me.
Oh, there they are. See, don't you think if this was like a bigger venue and there was more people, like if they got a big cheer from a big crowd coming back out, you'd kind of get into it a little more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it has a smaller vibe, but it's not like when I went to House of Hardcore. It was a tiny old arena where, like, as much as there wasn't a ton of people in the arena, like, it still felt like you were vibrating, like when everybody was cheering. Like, where this is kind of that medium size, where it's not too big, it's not too small, and I think it might lose a little bit. I think it would add a little bit more to either be smaller or bigger, if that makes any sense.
They should just increase the volume every time.
Right? They are just pounding.
Oh, yes, Raleigh. I like that song too. Oh, here we got more Avril Lavigne songs. Sorry, what the hell is my favorite Avril Lavigne song? Yeah, that's a jam.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to good old Wrasslin. See what I did, guys? Dun, dun. Yes, we did, and we like it.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jonah, another guy. Did they give up on Jonah too soon? I guess this is
he's not old, is he?
No, he's like maybe 30.
Right? Like, I thought so, considering how recent he was the NXT North American champion. And then it was like not even, was it 2 months? Maybe 3 months?
Yeah. He just had the belt.
Like, it wasn't very long.
Here's Steve Macklin comment.
So I don't know who
Can you
I
just
don't know who he pissed off in that sort of time span.
Mm-hmm.
In the chat? Raleigh. Ignore me. I'm talking to Raleigh.
Macklin comment. Which one, bro?
Just repost it.
How good has Steve Macklin done?
We do our best to get them all.
Yeah, you know what? Macklin's done well. Not so forgotten anymore. I mean, he kind of got a rough deal. As much as I might not like some of the things I've read and heard about and from Jackson Riker, when I didn't know that about him, I mean, the Forgotten Sons seemed like they had something, and it just never came. Like three, big dudes with a good look, with a good story, with a good reason to be pissed off, never went anywhere for whatever reason. Macklin left, signed with Impact, shaved his head, and here we go. And he's killing it. He lost tonight to Ishii, though.
I got my prediction wrong then. Shit.
Yeah, Ishii got the win.
Yeah. You missed it.
I was having technical issues.
That's okay.
That's what we're going to title this episode.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, probably.
That being said, we're on the commercials.
We are.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Were you voting for, or were you voting? I keep saying voting. What should you say as a sentence? Are you rooting for? Are you cheering for? When it comes to wrestling, what fits the best?
Cheering, going, rooting would be like, a little, you want to be a little old timey, I suppose.
I'm rooting for this guy. I like rooting.
Rooting?
He was defeated for ages. Okay, lost 3 matches in Impact. I'll just change my stats there. Hold on. Lost 3. Thanks, AJ.
Sorry, Raleigh. We need a live update on that one.
That's okay. Oh my gosh, this guy just scared me. I just realized there was a guy there. And for some reason, I thought I had a window as I'm staring into the screen. I'm like, all of a sudden, I have a window because there's a back door right here. So for some reason, I thought it extended just now, and it was like kind of daytime. I don't know. Just ignore me. Sorry, guys. Like
Welcome to Impact,
it's
folks.
commercial. What do you want from me?
Oh, I'm not even supposed to be here. Guy scared me. I thought you pointed at, oh, it scared me. It was one of the cats.
No, not even that. I'm used to the cats.
There's a dude in the back.
Yeah, not creepy guys.
By the way, earlier today.
Oh, we got.
Yes.
Oh, furniture everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't mean
Oh,
to cut you
gosh.
off there. Just they redecorated since we left.
Yeah, they went
I
shopping.
guess they weren't baking cookies.
Right.
Garbage. Boom.
Oh no.
That's not fun.
Oh. Me
Oh.
freaking ears.
What's wrong with your ears now? His? Or
No,
yours?
His.
PCO.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Not mine. My ears are fine.
That's funny.
Do you like these chair configurations?
When they do this shit? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think my only beef is sometimes it takes like 11 minutes to set up these like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Lego
say.
construction bullshit they're doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I was
Playing
gonna say. If you're
Jenga.
gonna do it fast.
Yeah, I mean, if the guy's down and out, set up 2 chairs, go over, kick him a few times, set up another chair. But
Yeah,
if a guy's selling for like any more than, unless he's half dead, think about it. If he's selling for 3 minutes, you probably could have beat him.
That's pretty funny.
What was that?
That's PCO. Canadian. I don't have a flag.
Oh, Canada. We'll just pretend. We need a like
I gotta-
sign or an overlay.
Oh my
Oh.
God! Did PCO smash his head? And I don't think
No,
that
I think
hurt
he's
Jonah very
okay.
much. Usually that move would look real painful. I think Jonah's weight cleared them. Like, look.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
no. That looked like a nice soft land.
That's about
It
as
was
good as
like-
that one could have gone.
I think
They moved the chairs and then gently went on the mat.
I think PCO kicked them by accident on his way down.
You see
I
that?
think he
It
moved like to
Yeah.
one side.
But who the PCO doing Hurricane Ranas from the top rope at his age? It's crazy. And he's a
Yeah.
big man.
55 years
That's
old.
my question. Always something when Allie's on the live stream. Here she goes again. Muffin, now something scaring her. Ha, only messing with you, Allie. Nothing but love from over here
That's it.
in Great Britain. Yes.
Actually,
GB,
Ali,
GB, GB.
right? LJ
I
got
love
the
your-
pop. What's that?
I was gonna say I love Rowley's like ka 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 GB 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 every time.
Gotta represent. No, I was gonna say Ali got my pop of the day today because Ali was doing the news today, and I thought I would try and show her some love. And they were talking about how much she was getting into wrestling, and we were talking about like learning more wrestling and watching wrestling shows.
Yeah, the wrestling school video.
So I threw out a little comment just saying that Chris and Ali are living, or like they live wrestling now. Like that's their whole thing. They've been pulled into the world of the Wrestling for Life Network, and then they live wrestling is what I was going for. And
I got it after the fact.
It
And I
took a
would have gotten
minute,
it at
but
first.
my dear
but-
Ali, I died. I was crying because you were so you thought I was the one with the problem. Was my favorite part of the whole thing.
I was like, what's your problem?
I almost came on stream just to be like, wait a minute, I'm not insane.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
like, Chris, her and Chris live wrestling. What are you talking
Yes.
about? Like,
So
Oh,
for Rally, if
no.
you hadn't seen it, or
Not
I
on
don't know, I guess
YouTube.
Rally, or any of the fans here, so I had said
oh,
they live wrestling. She read it live wrestling now, and so she thought I was petitioning to have a live wrestling match between her and Chris.
Let's go, me and
And
you.
then she started like throwing it out there, like, "Oh, I can't do that." And da, da, da. I was crying. And then I was like, "No, I mean like you're living wrestling." And I see you read that, and you're like, "What is he talking about?" Oh,
yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever, KJ. Like, keep going. I'm like,
like he's
whatever. I'm just
AJ's
ignoring it
glitching
now. Next
out.
comment.
I was crying. He wants us to
Uh,
wrestle? That's a bit much.
sorry,
Was he
guys.
Vince McMahon?
Right?
How are you
Like,
tripping?
seriously. Oh, yeah, never a dull moment. When it's just me.
Oh, he's up. No, yes, he is up. And he's down.
Mm-mm.
AW chat did anyone on the live stream? I don't know why I'm stuttering like that. Watch Leon Ruffin, former NXT North American champion on AEW Dark, has he's been so good like Dante Martin. Thoughts? I did not see it yet. I don't really care though.
No.
I I didn't realize I had to do all this wrestling homework. There's like AEW
No,
Dark.
this
There's
you don't.
like
This is optional. This is an optional course.
Oh,
I put that on
an
there.
elective.
Yeah, an elective. This is an elective. I watch Dark sporadically. It's just too much. But the good thing, what I like about Dark sometimes, and I know people kind of bad, because people don't get it. Like they want to tune in, and this is why part of why wrestling sucks so much right now in a lot of regards is because people are so like, I want the best thing ever every time. Why
Yeah,
can't
we
I
can get
have
that.
the most amazing thing I've ever seen ever every time? So they tune into Dark and they're like, this is shit. Yeah, it's nobody's. It's rookies. It's independent.
It's
Why are the
NXT
vets
level
down there?
up.
The vets should be down there. The vets
But
want to
better.
teach the kids. Right? What?
I said it's NXT level up, but better.
But that's the idea, right? You want, you get these young talent in front of fans, and yeah, they're going to get jobbed out, but they're getting experience. They just got, oh my God, they just did a job for Ruby Soho. They just did a job for the Adam Cole. I'm sure they're pumped about it too.
No, exactly. And I like how often like the main kind of roster jumps down just to pop in and show up. Can you not see the flags? No.
Oh,
I can see it in the chat. Just me. Then who can see these
yeah.
flags?
If you look on if you look on the actual channel, you'll see flags.
This whole time I thought you were going ka 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 CA CA CA. I thought it was funny.
Oh, for Canada. Yeah, no, I just see GB, GB, GB.
Yeah.
I don't see flags, but now I got what Ali's saying. Yeah,
Yes.
Canada. That took a second.
Yeah, like if you look in the chat on the stream, the actual YouTube channel, you'll see the flags. But on our end, for whatever reason, it just comes up with the letters. So that's it. That's how we're rolling.
That's
but,
okay.
I it happens. I think me and Riley had this talk before, though.
That's funny.
Where the hell is everyone? Hello, Chad. G.
Right? Riley. Go share. Go tell everybody that you know then. I don't know what to tell you.
Call a friend. There's some people hanging around watching, so it's a quiet night tonight.
Oh.
Okay, no one cares about Leon Ruffin.
That didn't look fun.
Main event, AEW Dark, Tony Storm I saw the Tony Storm Diamante match. I like Diamante. I like Diamante's entrance. It's a really good show.
That's what I was gonna say. No, people freaked out when the Hardys were on, or Jeff was fighting on. Didn't he fight on Dark or something? Or
yes.
On the AEW shows, and fans freaked out.
They want to.
Why is he down there?
He wants to.
Because it's for fun.
Yeah, it was something like they would have put him live, but it meant somebody had to get bumped down, and he was like, "No, we'll go do it," or something along the lines of that. So like,
Oh, that's awesome.
why not?
Yeah, I mean they
Oh,
they
here's the tax.
oh they made it to tax.
It looks like they put like little bejewels everywhere.
Will's having.
Oh, they didn't waste any time.
Oh, no messing around.
Best in ages.
Oh.
I'll just keep typing. Yeah, I mean, Raleigh, we
Hey, we're
appreciate
here,
it, man.
buddy.
We're having fun.
We're enjoying your
Hey.
comments. It's better than no comments. And we love you. So
We scared everybody away.
Like,
it was my hour and a half
much
long
more can-
news.
We should have called it an episode of the news, not a news update.
Yeah, sorry.
It was good.
That's why
No, you're
I
not
said it
allowed
was
to
a
say
live
sorry.
news. I said it was
I
a
never
live
once-
news, guys. That's your fault for tuning in. If you got
Raleigh, would you
roped
tell
in
her?
there.
No, you killed it. That was awesome. You had the fans engaged. It was great to watch. Good job.
I had to get off. I was like, okay, well, here's a quiet woman. I'm jumping off. Bye, guys. Boom, into the table.
Oh, through the table.
This has been
Ooh.
epic, though. This has been a really good rivalry.
These
Yeah.
two are just-
Yeah, and he's killing
beating
it
the
at,
shit out of
at
each
his
other.
age. No offense, like.
But you got to stick him in some kind of cage or dog collar or something to finish this off. Like, is this the finish right here?
Oh.
Or would you like to see him inside like a cage or some kind of like?
No,
where
they're not
can't
done.
escape?
They're not done.
Because PCO just won.
They're not done. What's next? They're gonna put these
I
monsters.
said it has to be.
Look at him.
He's so good.
Sorry, KJ. Buried alive.
Yeah.
Cage match. Even though
We
I don't think
joked
that
about
would
it.
do it justice.
Did that happen during the news, Ali? Someone brought up Buried Alive between Jonah. Was it last night on the stream? They all blend together for me at this point. Maybe last night on the stream, but yeah, PCO Jonah Buried Alive, and
I
that was
think
like
that
he
was on
would
the
bury.
stream.
What? Yeah.
That was on the stream.
Wow, folks, that's another one in the books. Raleigh, I would tell the fans to let us know what the ratings is, but Raleigh's the only one who wants to tell us anything right now. So we'll just talk to Raleigh.
Yeah, but we definitely want to hear his.
No, yeah, folks, let us know. And I know Raleigh's gonna have to give a rating based on what we're saying, but what do you think of the Monsters Ball, Chris?
As weird as this might sound, I think we've seen them do worse things to each other. Like, don't nod your head. I was taking a second. No, I think we've seen them do worse things, and clearly it's not over. So, how do they step this up? I don't know. Buried alive, something that like there has to be the definitive ending.
Yes, I think the story needs a conclusion for sure. So interesting. The match itself was pretty
Don't say it
chaotic.
like that.
What? I don't know what where did I hear it? Jeff Hardy getting taught by the younger talent, how he does the Santon bomb, not to hurt his back. Must be a podcast I listen to unless someone else. You know what? Jeff used to do is like the senton, like just like tucked and tight. Now he just flops up. He just fucking rolls.
That's how he's saving his back.
No, he's making it worse. He bows over guys.
Well, I believe it was Kevin Nash said it somewhere where he was like, I think he might have refused to take it or he hated taking it. He was not a big fan either way.
No.
Because like you said, Jeff just kind of gets loose and flops.
Oh yeah, he just lets go. It's crazy as shit. Jonah doing good after WWE match versus Black Taurus. Two big guys a bit ago. going for a 6 out of 10. Sounded like an okay show. Yeah, go home show for Under Siege. I mean, he's not far off. I kind of thought it was about a 7. Yeah, I'll go 7. Screw it. I liked it. I like the end. I like the opening matches. I think it was a good night. Hey, Rhino, what are you doing?
I was gonna say 7.
Watching somebody get dressed.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I looked back to, but it was the wrong moment.
Yeah, he's
I looked up and like he's dancing, but it looked like he was pulling on his trunks.
Probably was. It's Rohit Raju.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
Since a bomb looks like could easily win you. Absolutely, man. You ever fall down at that?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oof.
No way.
The worst is when one of your kids do it, right? Like you're like, ah. That's
What do you
a
do?
terrible feeling. Chris, did you give a rating?
No. I'd agree with Riley. I'll say 6. The Monster Ball is pretty good. A couple of the earlier matches were pretty decent. They let you know what's coming up at Under Siege. They move some things along. So, yeah, and I'm curious to see where they go with PCO and Jonah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea what this thing on the stream is right now with Rhino talking to Road? Like, what is this? What show is this?
No, did they accidentally like put a hidden cam in the Impact dressing room without them knowing or something?
You would hope not. What is that?
Like
thing?
they're just sitting here
No,
shooting the
somebody's
shit.
standing and filming them. It's not like it's a hidden
No,
camera.
I know it's
No
funny,
shit,
but like,
I know.
what are we seeing here? Oh,
Diary.
Diary, Rhino.
Oh, Rhino
Fight
Diary.
Network doing a diary show.
I like it.
Or like little tidbits, like
I had to get out and push the van with my little arms.
oh, here we go, Chris.
They were chatting to Rhino backstage. They both walked off and turned back and said, gore, gore, gore. Right? Doesn't surprise me, Rally. Well, folks.
Yeah.
Rhino has.
You didn't give a rating.
I did. I said 7. You said 7.
He did. I talked at the same time you did, and you didn't hear.
There.
No,
Rhino
I didn't
was
hear
with the
either
same-
rating. I must have been staring at Rhino.
Right? Oh, okay. Okay. That's an interesting choice. But Rhino has not changed ever. Rhino has always looked like that. And
He's
the
one
only
of
time he
those.
looks different is when he shaves completely and he looks ridiculous.
That's pretty funny.
So, with that being said,
yeah.
folks, it's time to pack the bags, time to tuck ourselves away, time to grab a pillow and get a few hours of sleep. And we will be right back at it tomorrow. We got another news update coming your way. And then we're coming back with another watch party, 5:30. We're going to be day drinking, folks. Enjoy. Let's go.
Great. Now I'm going to be tuning in.
Right? So be there 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern, and then we will be back for SmackDown Doubleheader Friday, rolling as always. And who knows what surprises, how many people are going to show up, what's going to happen, who's going to be here.
Yeah.
We'll never ever know. And then Saturday, Backlash, UFC. We're doing UFC for the first time. We dabbled with it one other time last week. It was a last fight night. But this is our first time. We're going to do some play-by-play, some reaction, some response, and some chat about the UFC. So we're just expanding our market just a little bit, folks. And we'll see if it goes. If it goes over, we're going to keep doing it. So UFC, Under Siege, same night, rocking and rolling. We're the only channel crazy enough to do this shit. And Sunday, 3 shows, including WrestleMania Backlash, again, because we're psychotic. So, Chris, thank you for glitching in.
KJ, you need the air horn.
Burr, burr.
Wake Rally up. Burr, 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 burr.
I didn't want to do it to him again. I was going to do it tomorrow. Sound effects.
Yes. Oh, we got to. We have to. If you guys are tuning in at 5:30, come on.
Yo, it's Kenny and Cobb. Oh no, Kenny. Are you seeing this? Oh, that's not Kenny. Wait, where's Kenny? I
I'm
thought Kenny was
watching.
here.
That's why I haven't really been talking much, as I'm watching this.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Anyway, before we get talking about other shit,
There you go.
Raleigh, super love. Thank you for keeping the chat going tonight. We owe you a high five, and I hope GBGB is wonderful. Get some sleep,
Yes.
sir. And to the folks that tuned in, thank you so much. As always, like, subscribe, tell everybody you know we're here.
Hit the bell,
And yes,
please.
KJ hijacked the show. That's what happened. So, Ali, any last thoughts? No, good. No, I'm kidding. You got anything?
Rude. I was gonna be nice and say no.
My favorite shit. Chris, anything?
He's watching New Japan.
No, thank you for everyone being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, folks. And that's all I got. The Iron Man of YouTube is out with the team and the fam. We are gone. And holy shit, I'm going to bed. See you on the flip side. Literally.